Okay, down a little. No, other way, sorry. There you go. No, a little too far. There you go.
Hello, YouTube fans. This is Dr. Matthew Johnson. It is Saturday evening, September 29, 2018. 6:47 p.m. in the evening. Normally, we shoot these testimonial videos in the morning. But you have to deviate from normal in order to have normal. Otherwise, normal isn't normal. So this is abnormal to make the normal normal. And with me today is...
Cynthia Kreitzberg.
Cynthia Kreitzberg. Hey, babe.
Hello. We don't have the normal chair setup, so
no, we don't.
Improvise.
And we don't have as many people. Ah! We'll get back to those guys in a bit. So we were out last night in two different areas, night sits and sleepovers, and we have some weird Southern boys here from Florida. Okay, so anyway, let's start off. Since we were in the same night sit area, what did you guys see, hear, experience, etc.?
Tell her.
Let's see. We had an amazing light show. Lots of sparkling lights. At one point, Dennis asked if we had fireflies up here.
I saw them.
Which we do not. But we had the little, it looked like fireflies, but running all over the place. Heavy movement down the trail. Some movement up on the hillside in the tree line there. Not really that much in terms of vocalizations. It was mostly just an incredible light show. I was seeing columns of light start at the bottom and shoot upward. Saw a little bit of silhouettes, but not as much as I have seen in the past. But lots of red lights, lots of white lights, a few green lights. It was pretty impressive.
Awesome. And who are you?
Dennis Fonstock. I'm from Indianapolis. And I saw half of what her and Matt saw, because I'm new. But I did see this area of red lights, but I had to focus or look for quite a while, because this is my first time here and my first time looking for an experience. I saw this really ball about 10 feet in the air, about maybe 2 to 3 feet, give or take, area where there's sparkling red lights, tiny ones. Then first you see is tracers of those going shooting through the area of lights, and it was awesome. Then all of a sudden, one came around the 30-foot area and zoomed around like Star Trek. And I saw a couple of batches on the lower area, some green fluorescent green lights, but not really any activity with the lights. They were just kind of there and they were hard to focus. That's all I saw.
Awesome. Now, did I tell you that you had a 4-footer off to your left about 8 feet away from you?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that all night.
Yep.
I didn't know it because I couldn't see it, but Matt tapped me on the arm and said, look over there. And I said, what? He goes, you got a 4-footer standing by you about 8 feet away. I tried all night to focus it in, never good.
Yep.
I saw its foot once. That's all I could pick up, but I saw the foot.
Awesome. And didn't you see movement earlier on the path, you said? You saw it go from like left to right or something like that?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, before you had come out, I saw something moving from left to right. There was movement. There's the trail that goes down into the woods, and there's another trail that goes down to behind the house. And I saw movement down in there as well.
Yeah, we both saw movement on that. Actually, a couple times.
Oh, and then you guys saw that kind of Christmas tree shape, the pyramid shape of light on top of the woodshed.
Yes,
I was
we did.
at the wrong angle. I couldn't see that.
Yeah. And then when I went to play some music, Cantu was about 50 feet back on the trail, and he walked toward me. And I told you guys about that. I'm not saying you guys saw it, but I told you guys about that he walked right about 10 feet away from me.
You were rocking to the music here.
Yeah.
And there was just a sense of a darker shadow down the trail from you.
That was rocking with me.
Also rocking to the music.
Yep. Yep. And the last song I played was He Ain't Heavy. He's my brother, right? Well, whatever. Anyway. Actually, I outweigh this guy, so I have no room to talk.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not, exactly. Okay, so anyway, that was us, and then we had 2 other participants go where? Where'd you guys end up going?
We were down by the marshy wetland area, by the big opening where you cross over and over the other ridge line down at the very bottom of the hill.
Oh, by the way, who are you?
Daryl DeVore from Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
And heard a lot of movement around us, footsteps. Not many orbs. There was one that we both saw behind us for about a 30-minute period.
Right.
Focus in on it, focus out, focus in, then it kind of went away. And a lot of trailing in front of us, beside us. And the one thing that we both did see at different times during the night, but we didn't realize until the next morning, about 2 o'clock-ish, got up, walked to the marsh just to take a look around. And as I was turning my head back around in my peripheral vision, I saw 2 red eyes in the bushes about 10 feet in front of me. Turned back around, gone. Went back to bed, didn't really hear anything else throughout the rest of the night. Woke up, just happened to mention it, and Scott said that at a certain point basically saw the same thing.
Right.
Awesome.
Way to elaborate. Good job.
Yeah, that was kind of verbose there, Scott.
Yep.
Who are you?
My name is Scott from Orlando, Florida, Scott Doshin, and a lot of the same thing. Definitely saw some orb or shape of light behind us for a while. I thought it was interesting in the fact that when you would stare directly at it, it would kind of like minimize itself. Yeah. And when you would look off to the side of it as if you were not focusing on it, it seemed to get brighter and larger, which really kind of was counterproductive to what I'm accustomed to seeing. One strange occurrence did happen. I have a watch. It's Luminox, runs on battery, keeps perfect time. Never had an issue with the detection, only a year old. And this morning, it had lost 1 hour and 20 minutes of time. This watch has never lost a second of time. So I'm not saying that was anything, I'm just saying I thought that was highly unusual. My watch has never malfunctioned once. It's worked perfectly since then. So how it lost 1 hour and 20 minutes of time, I have no idea. Possibly we have some theories, but we're not sure. We did hear a lot of stick breaks, yep, without a doubt. We did hear some walking. We heard some noises.
Heavy-footed bipedal steps.
Right. Okay. But to be perfectly honest, we're hoping to see and hear more tonight. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Now, one last thing I just remember about you 2 guys. I also told you that during the night I woke up a few times, looked over at your cot, Babe, and your cot, Dennis, and heard them working on each one of you and whispering to each other and squatching knees. Did I not say that to you?
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
I did say that. And there is one theory that I have about your watch being messed with, was that they were working on you last night, and that was kind of their calling card saying we were here. Because your watch has never done that before, has it?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. You guys looking forward to tonight?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then we'll get out there and get her done. Go Seahawks.
Go Colts.